Hi, it's Grandma Ray. I love children, I love books, and I especially love reading books to children. In this video, I'm recommending and reading Dinosaurs Night Before Christmas. This book was written by Anne Muecke, I don't know how to say that last name, and illustrated by Nathan Hale. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the hall not a creature was stirring. There was no sound at all. The fossils were standing where they always stood, looking out o'er a now fast asleep neighborhood. Look at those dinosaur fossils. I like to go to museums and see things like that. And across the wide street, a small boy, tucked in tight, wished the museum's dinosaurs all a good night. So he's across the street from the museum, so he can kind of see in the windows. But just as the boy was beginning to doze, an unusual clatter of noises arose. Such a racket of creaking sounds filled the boy's head that he woke with a start and sat straight up in bed. Peering out through his window, he saw, clear as day, that the dinosaur fossils were starting to sway. That means to go back and forth. Well, that seems a little scary. Back and forth the bones shook on their pins and their stands, swinging necks, bending knees, and outstretching their hands. And believe it or not, it was certainly true that the dinosaurs' bodies were growing anew, sprouting rainbows of colorful feathers and scales from the tops of their heads to the tips of their tails. Looky there, they're starting to come back to life. So fantastic a scene, the boy had to see more. So he dashed down the stairs and right out his front door. With no care about snowdrifts that covered the street, the boy hurried across it in just his bare feet. And by luck, the boy found the museum unlocked. So he raced to the dinosaur floor. Looky there, he's got bare feet in the snow and no coat on. He was too excited to be cold. Then he stopped, for he suddenly thought, could a room full of beasts who for millions of years has had nothing to eat find a small bite-sized boy so delicious a sight that they'd forego a friendship for sheer appetite? And just then, from behind, the boy came a loud hiss as a large toothy mouth seized the boy. Uh-oh, a big toothy mouth seized the boy. It grabbed him with a kiss. A T-Rex who was wearing a wreath on his head, eating handfuls of pterosaur-shaped gingerbread, in an ambush had caught the small boy, don't you know, standing right below the dinosaur's mistletoe. When you catch someone under the mistletoe, you give them a little kiss. With a pat on the back and a cup of eggnog, the boy helped the kind dinosaurs light their Yule log, and together they joyfully danced round the fire, singing holiday songs in melodious choir. Looky there, they're all dancing. Do you like to dance? I like to dance. Then a band of young duckbills, all dressed up in holly, invited the boy with a gesture quite jolly to stand upon their heads and reach way far out and top their tall tree with a bright Christmas star. There we go, he's putting on the star. From a distance, the soft tinkling sound of sleigh bells echoed through the large hall as a booming voice swelled, calling Bronto and Maya and Steggy and Packy, On Tritops and Raptor, on Rexy and Bracky. And cheers rang out as through the window appeared Santasaurus with a sleigh pulled by 8 dino deer. What about that? It's a Santa dinosaur. Or a dinosaur Santa. Handing out gift wrap packages to every beast, Santasaurus swooped down and then headed due east. But the boy, catching hold as the sled sailed by, hitched a ride home with Santasaur through the night sky. Oh, doesn't that sound fun? Maybe a little scary. Landing safe in his bed on soft pillows of down, the boy waved as the Santasaur flew over town. And the Santasaur said as he sped out of sight, excuse me, there's a dinosaur ball every Christmas Eve night. Well, a ball is a kind of dance. So every Christmas Eve, those dinosaurs all dance. Excuse me. Shining rays from the morning sun on Christmas Day made the nighttime festivities fade fast away. But folks at the museum all wanted to know why the T-Rex was holding a sprig of mistletoe. We know, don't we? We know why he has that. Wasn't that a fun story? Your grown-ups can get more information about this book in the show notes. I thank you for joining me and hope you'll join me again sometime. Bye-bye.